The Golden State Warriors made a bold move last offseason, which many people questioned. The team entered the offseason with only two centers under contract, veteran Kevon Looney and James Wiseman, who was coming off an injury-riddled rookie season. While many fans clamored for the Dubs to add center depth in case Wiseman wasn't healthy or ready to contribute, the team stood pat, opting instead to fill out the roster with wings. Did it work out? It kind of depends on your view. The team won their fourth championship in 8 years, so it's hard to say that anything didn't work. And they were strong from the center position, but Wiseman didn't play a single game all year. The Dubs became reliant on Looney, and he rewarded them by having a career year and by playing in all 104 of the team's games. The team filled in the rest of the minutes by playing small ball and rotating Draymond Green, Otto Porter Jr, and Nemanja Bjelica in the center position. Now, in the free agency, they could look for a new big, and that someone could be Demarcus Cousins, their former player. Today's video will be about why the Warriors should sign Demarcus Cousins. Wiseman is healthier now than he was this time last year, and he's been playing in the Summer League. But Bob Myers, Steve Kerr and company might be fairly dubious about a plan that banks on Looney's reliability again, especially with Porter and Bjelica no longer on the roster. With at least 3 spots still open on the roster, the Dubs might turn to a veteran center to pick up minutes in the event that Looney gets injured, or Wiseman proves not ready or healthy. And who better than the resurging Cousins, who is still to get an offer from a team this free agency. Injuries have derailed what was once a dominant career for Cousins, who had a stretch of making 4 consecutive All-Star games when he was considered arguably the best center in the NBA. While injuries have slowed him down, he has shown that he can still stuff the stat sheet even in limited playing time. His per 36-minute stats are still impressive, as Cousins remains an efficient scorer inside the arc. He keeps defenses honest as a capable three-point shooter, connecting on 33.1% of his attempts in his career. You can run some offense through him as he is a willing passer and capable playmaker as well. He can be paired with Green as an offensive complement deployed depending on the matchup for that night. With depth potentially needing to be added soon, the Dubs should get out ahead of things and bring on Demarcus Cousins, who can still be a contributor to any rotation. Before we begin today, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content. Do you think Demarcus Cousins should come back to the Golden State Warriors for yet another run? Let me know what you think in the comments section and enjoy the video. Let's keep rolling. For 7 awe-inspiring years in Sacramento and 2 fairly short seasons in New Orleans, Cousins was firmly entrenched and considered by many as the best big man that the NBA had to offer. Of course, since then, his once promising career has been derailed by countless injuries. At his lowest, Cousins found himself jobless as numerous NBA clubs grew uninterested in attaching their franchise to his now fragile body. Yet, with the Houston Rockets showing Cousins the door during the 2020-21 season, the LA Clippers extended Cousins a lifeline. After proving his worth, averaging 7.6 points and 4.5 rebounds in 16 games, Cousins flashed some of his old dominance. As the former 6-time All-Star continues his search for an NBA home, his most recent resume was somewhat impressive. In his latest stop, Cousins played valuable minutes on an injury-hit Denver Nuggets team. In 31 games, Cousins averaged 8.9 points to go along with 5.5 rebounds. Still, despite his production, Cousins has yet to receive an offer from any NBA franchise during the offseason. And while he'll continue to scream and shout that he's more than capable of contributing at a high level, his words will likely fall on deaf ears. Presently, with the Warriors continuing to stack their roster in the hopes of nabbing the franchise's 5th NBA title in 9 years, a gaping hole remains, one that Cousins is more than capable of filling. Demarcus Cousins' days as a starter are probably behind him, but he showed a willingness to come off the bench in 2021-22. Prior to his first appearance with the Denver Nuggets, they were minus 12.5 points per 100 possessions without Nikola Jokic on the floor. After that, they were minus 2.2 without Jokic. There's no question Cousins was the difference. In just 13.9 minutes, Boogie averaged 8.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, 23.6 points, 14.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per 75 possessions. Against backups, he was able to wreak havoc with a punishing, physical post-game and an underrated playmaking element. Any team still looking for a second or third center should give him a call. The 31-year-old Cousins split the 21-22 campaign with the Milwaukee Bucks and Denver Nuggets, but he was playing important minutes for the latter team during its first-round series against the eventual champion Warriors in April. In the wake of that matchup, Warriors coach Steve Kerr made a point to shout out the baller, who played 30 games with Golden State during the 2018-19 campaign. "I also want to just mention how happy I am for Demarcus Cousins," Kerr said, following his club's series-clinching win. "That guy put his heart on the line for us several years ago, and he's been through hell. Torn Achilles, torn ACL, he's a great guy. He was a great teammate here." Why the Warriors will consider him is because the Dubs already had one run with Boogie back in the 2018-19 season when he was returning from injury. Not necessarily that it went well, but there were moments when it certainly did. While a deeply flawed player, Cousins offers bursts of offensive brilliance, and at times decent three-point shooting and splendid playmaking. If the Warriors liked what they saw, both on the court and off it, he could be back. Why the Warriors will have concerns is, again, that run with the Dubs didn't go all that well. Boogie has a reputation as a combustible player, and there's probably a reason why they weren't linked to him the following offseason. From a sheer upside perspective, there aren't many players that offer you as much as Demarcus Cousins does. That said, even though he may not be the same player who is averaging 20-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists, you better believe that his all-around skill set is still a part of his repertoire, and has even been showcased underrated over the last couple of seasons. Since returning back to on-court action after setting out all of 2019-20 with an ACL tear, the big man has found himself boasting averages of 20.2 points, 13.5 boards, 3.8 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1.1 blocks per 75 possessions, whilst sporting a solid defensive rating of 106 along the way. All this, coupled with his menacing 6'10", 269-pound frame to help improve the size of the front court, could make him a tremendous add as a backup big behind Wiseman and Looney. Cousins has been in the NBA for about a decade now. We've seen how dominant the veteran big man can be in the right scenario. He was the main guy in Sacramento, and we saw how that all worked out at the end. But with this Warriors team, he wouldn't have to obviously be the guy. He can be a guy that plays 15 to 20 minutes a night and do what he does best: rebound, play defense, and control the paint. That's exactly what the Warriors need going into the 2022-23 season. A guy that knows exactly what his role is in the NBA. The bottom line is that the Warriors need a backup big man, and Cousins would fit the mold. Yes, we all understand that, in the past, Cousins has been a problem, but with a team that is poised to make another run at the NBA Finals, Cousins could be that physical piece that the Warriors need in the middle when Wiseman and Dre are on the bench. And what is your opinion? Do you think Cousins is a good fit for the understaffed Warriors? Can he be the missing inside presence they need this offseason? If not, where do you see him going? I would love to hear what you think, so please let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more fun NBA rumors and stories.